always asking why I can't see you. When we gon' link, I'm busy like, but yeah, we outside today. If you really looking for me, I'm miles away. I be with my peoples in the hideaway. They can only see me on the holidays. All the years my dad been locked up, now he finally free. Breaking generational curses, yeah, that started with me. So all my fams and my friends, they depending on me. All this pressure on my back and I could hardly breathe. Ain't no shame in my game, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Got the heart of a lion, so they know I'm a king. People see me all the time and say you doing your thing. Then they hit me back saying, yo, when we gon' link. But I ain't got the time today. But I probably hit you if I'm round the way. I be in the crib, that's where I hibernate. They gon' only see me on the holidays, yeah.
What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one. Right here riding on the M10-4. Dudes, I'm loving this thing. It is a total blast. I mean, really, it is so much fun. And the whole, I really got used to it as the day went on, guys. And I ended up riding, until the battery died on this thing. Just trail riding on it and really, really enjoying it. I love the fact of how lightweight it is. So once you get power pads on this thing, you can just jump and hop over any little obstacle that's coming up and really, really navigate this thing easily in the trails, guys. So you can go full speed on the open flat stuff, no problem, just ripping it, having a blast. And then when you get to the technical stuff, just slow down a little bit and navigate the rocks or whatever you have coming up.
It's so much fun, dude. I love it.
But it really rides trails great. I was kind of skeptical, like a lot of people were, about the trail ride capabilities of this thing. But you have to get good power pads on this thing. Once you get good power pads on it that are set up to where whenever you jump up in the air or just jump a little bit, the wheel comes up with you. And because this thing is such a lightweight wheel, I mean, you can really come up to any obstacle on the trail and seriously just jump over it. And so it really doesn't matter how small the wheel is if you get your power pad set up right and just seriously just unweight or jump over whatever rocks are coming up. And if you come up to a section to where your pedals might snag on a rock or something, just be aware of that and then slow down a little bit, navigate that section, and then you can get back on the throttle whenever you come up to the next part. But you see right here, I was having a ton of fun riding this thing on mountain bike trails. And I really didn't think I would, and I've never rode this mountain bike trail before in my life. And this is one that it's not very popular. You can see there's a lot of horse poop on this trail. It's mainly a popular horse trail, but it turned out to be a lot of fun and worked out great for this little wheel right here. I really enjoyed it. I think more so riding this wheel than I would a bigger wheel, just because the trail felt way longer. It was a more technical, and I just had way more fun with it being on a small wheel on this specific trail right here. It was if you ride this trail on like a RS19 and then ride it on this, if you know what you're doing and you've been riding a little while, of course, like the RS19 is just going to be easier because it's a bigger wheel, and you're going to ride over more stuff and you have more pedal clearance. But I think this thing really shines. I mean, for the fact that it's only $1,000 and it is this much fun. And I rode for on these trails riding at this speed, I rode for a good hour and a half before I got down to 2 bars of battery. And once I got to 2 bars, I ended up just putting it up and I rode another wheel. I took my M Super Pro out, and then I took this one. And I rode this one for honestly a long time, way longer than I thought I would, and it had plenty of battery, guys. I rode probably 12 miles of trails like this, actually on it, using a lot of throttle out of the corners like that one back there, and having some hill climbs and stuff that are using a lot of battery, but it rode good for an hour and a half, guys, just straight up riding trails and stuff, which, I mean, for a lot of people, that's all you're really going to do. You'll go to a little spot or use this for an hour and a half or whatever it may be to do your commute or whatever you need. And you got to think about that, guys. There's a lot of times that people are out there with their current unicycles where they're not using the full charge of it in a day to go to work or whatever. So something small like this, guys, it's fun, it's affordable, it definitely is a lot easier to store. This takes up no space at all. Putting this in the car was almost like comical. You just throw this in the car. It's so much easier than dealing with a bicycle. You got to lock on the bike rack and deal with all that crap and whatnot. This is almost comical how easy it is to just throw in the front seat of the car or right in the front floorboard of the passenger seat and just go. And just charge it up and go, and that's all you got to do.
I think this is literally like the best $1,000 you could spend. This thing is so much fun. It's a blast.
But if y'all are wondering what the power pads I have on here, these are the Kai pads. These are, I'm not sure if there's like a website or anything. The guy made them, his name is Kai Sherman. He made them and printed them for me a long time ago, but I just never got around to putting them on a wheel. I put them on my Sherman for a little while, but I just didn't like them on the Sherman. I liked more beefier pads on my veteran Sherman than these. And these kind of just sat to the side, and I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, what are some good power pads to put on the little... Look at this guy. He's stoked on it.
Cool. Appreciate it, man. Have a good ride.
It's so cool. I love it whenever there's like cool people on the trails. Most of the time, like I'm getting a lot more like cool people out on the trails, you know, and I'm being more courteous as well. I'm, you know, pulling over and letting people by way earlier, and just being way cooler and having a friendlier vibe than I used to, for sure. And it goes a long way with these things, guys. People are just curious with them. You know, they're just like, well, what's up with that? And you see right here, this is, you see all like the horse poop and stuff on the trails. Like you see this does way less damage than the horses do to the trail. I don't know how e-bikes are not allowed on some trails, but horses are. And if you've ever seen horses, like what horses will do to a trail after it storms, and the horses walk through there, dude, they will destroy a trail. I'm talking like make it just like mangled. And it's incredible to me that horses can be allowed on some of these trails, but then e-bikes can't. It really doesn't make sense at all. I mean, it really makes zero sense. Completely none whatsoever. But anyways, I think this, look at this, I just, with the power pads, I just can ollie over like the horse dung this in the middle of the trail. I can literally just unweight and just pop over the horse dung or rocks or whatever it may be in the trail. And that's the game changer with this little wheel. Once you get a good power pad set up on this thing, and then you can just unweight and jump over whatever obstacles are coming up, it rides like a bigger wheel. I mean, there's really no difference. You got a little bit lower pedals than your typical wheel, but other than that, I mean, you can ride it full send. Just whenever you're coming up to something in corners and stuff, you got to slow down because you don't have that speed to jump over something like you would like with an ollie on a skateboard, like moving fast. But if you're in a straight line like this and you're coming up to a rock or a root or anything, all you got to do is just a simple little unweight, guys. And if you're used to pulling up a big old like RS-19 or an EXN or a Sherman or anything like that and using your jump pads to kind of unweight or jump over curves with that, and then you get on this, dude, it's like featherweight. You can just fly up in the air with it. Like if I really wanted to, I feel like I could jump, you know, 5 feet in the air with this little thing. And you see right here the wheel diameter is really small, and you get moving really fast on it, guys. It has a ton of power, so it throws up some dust for sure. It's fun, dude. I love it. I think it's the best $1,000 you can spend. It's sweet.
When they see me, it's different forms. Cause we steady elevating through the storm. Ain't no putting off yet, we just putting on. So breathe.
They take your kindness for weakness and your presence for granted. The moment you give up your access, then they stories recanted. How he come out standing tall, whole time he was sure-handed. And how the root of all evil get recycled and replanted. Yo, don't abuse your privileges. Home is where the village is. Frame the portrait, don't go based on somebody else's images. Discover sources, word to Jehovah, they're your witnesses. Unlock the cobra, black mamba torture for all the scrimmages. You give some of what you got so they could feed off, and give them more than they had just to bleed off. With nothing in return, yo, it's time to clean off. Them words that they was throwing, man, yeah, it start to peel off. And underneath there was a man unscathed, with 3 letters engraved. Lord knows he been saved. On mama's love he was raised. The final cost has been paid. Ain't no coming back this time. I booked the ticket one way. Maybe I'll return someday.